So you're having a bad day. Me too. I'm having a lot of bad days. I'm just having a lot of bad days. And what do you do? What can you do when you're having a really bad day? I'm talking a bad day, not a little spat here and there. I'm talking about a really heavy bad day. What can we do to get through? Life is rough, and we will have a bad day. We might have a series of bad days. We may have months, years of bad days, and still there's a way to get through them. I have had a series of bad days, really bad days. The kind that impacts lives and family and people you love and care about deeply. And still we must navigate these times and continue. So I'm going to present some strategies that help us get through these times, knowing that ultimately, no matter what the strategy is, you must decide within yourself you're going to get through. You must decide within yourself that a bad day is just a bad day. And there'll be other days. There's always the silver lining. There's always things to be grateful for. There is always a situation that, as unmanageable as it may seem, is just that. It is not your life. You are not your circumstance. You are not the situation. You are not the bad day. A bad day does not mean a bad life, a bad world, a bad existence, a bad universe. I'm not trivializing what you may be feeling. I'm not trivializing the situation because there's some bad stuff going on right now in many, many lives. I feel that most of us are carrying something very heavy around. And it's too bad that there's not a lot of support and acknowledgement that we are in some tough times. And I believe we're also in better times. And no matter what happens in the fall of 2024, we will find a way through it. So as we navigate our life, just know that you're going to be okay. It doesn't always feel like that. Things can get really bad. If you just believe and tell yourself you're going to be okay, then that starts to manifest. If you start to tell yourself it's over, I'm a loser, it's bad, things are horrible, I'm so this and that and the other, and down, 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 that's what'll manifest. And let's face it, sometimes it is heavy, 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 and you get hit after hit after hit, bad day after bad day. If you're having challenges at work, maybe you're having challenges at home with your relationships and your family. Yeah, it's a lot. And still, I believe that one bad day or a series of bad days does not mean a bad, horrible life. It just means you're having a series of bad days. It builds resilience and fortitude and belief in yourself if you decide that no matter what happens, you're going to step forward despite your fear, despite your pain, despite your aggravation. I faced this many, 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 many times, and I have to say that I'm getting better at it. It's not easy still. And I can become very disappointed and very sad and very discouraged. I know, however, that I've been here before, and every time I figured it out, even when there was no resolve, because some things just can't be resolved. When you find yourself in that space, over time you realize, I will be better tomorrow. And if not tomorrow, at some point in the next few days, I'm going to be okay. And over time, I know I'll be okay. I've done it before, I'll do it again. I'm going to get through this bad day. That's the kind of language you want to tell yourself. That's a person who has resilience and faith in themselves and confidence in their learning. And the more you know yourself, the easier that is to do, which is why I start these videos, because I've been knocked around by people who are walking around unaware, bumping into me, bulldozing over me, blaming their pain on me, and I am over it. I am sick of it. And instead of being mad about it and whining about it and crying about it and being, loud about it, I'm being loud about this. I'm saying I can actually put something in the world that helps people navigate the shenanigans that people and life does to us. And so as I go through my personal situations and talk about the context behind getting through them, I'm hoping that you are reflecting on yours, and I'm giving you a little bit of information and support to help you navigate whatever you're going through. Let's share this moment together and talk about some of the things we can do when we're having a really bad day. Like most other issues, this is a very common one that works in many situations. Acknowledge your feelings. You have to acknowledge what you feel. If you bury it, it's gonna come out somewhere else, and it might not come out in a way that's very pretty or appropriate. Yeah, you have a feeling. It feels heavy. It feels sad. You feel angry. You feel hurt. You feel whatever you're feeling. You're having a bad day. You can't pretend you're not. I'm not suggesting we wallow in our self-pity and we have got a pity party unless you need to. You might need to take an hour or two and just be sad. Just have a good cry. Be mad. Feel sorry for yourself. Do what you got to do, but make it a purposeful choice to do it. Don't let it happen to you. I'm going to sit here and be depressed. And then you go, okay, I'm going to get up and I'll get back to my life. You're allowed to do that. And I think it's actually very healthy as long as it's purposeful and not too much of a habit. If you have a bad day, acknowledge the fact that you're having a bad day. Acknowledge whatever you're feeling. Probably try to put a word to it, own it. I'm feeling really aggravated because X, Y, and Z. I'm feeling really defeated because X, Y, and Z. I'm feeling really like X, Y, and Z because I'm A, B, C, and D. Naming your emotions and owning them can help you process them. And they're much easier to let go. Take a break. Pause and breathe. It's okay to take a moment for yourself. In fact, literally deep breathing helps get into a meditative state and really listen to your heartbeat, really listen to your breath, feel yourself in the now, and let things be for a moment. Once you acknowledge your feelings, take a breath, literally breathe, and find the calmness in yourself to get yourself anchored back to reality. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself. Be kind. I often get mad when I have a bad day and I am hard on myself because maybe I could have made the day better, or maybe it was because of something that I did or said or whatever the case may be, and I really can be kind of hard on myself. Speak to yourself in the same way that you would speak to someone else should they find themselves in a similar situation. I would not say to my friends what I say to myself. So if you can relate, think about that and be kind to yourself. Engage in a physical activity. Move your body. That doesn't necessarily mean go to the gym. You can, that's what I do. But you can just run in place, you can do some jumping jacks, or you can just take a walk. Just get out into the sun and move your body. It is almost instantaneous when you walk outside and feel the fresh air and the act of walking and even acting briskly, especially if you add music to it, you can change your state of being immediately. That doesn't negate what happened, doesn't make it go away, doesn't change the circumstance, but it does put you in a space you can handle whatever you're going through. Connect with someone you trust. Reach out and vent. Make sure it's someone that is a good listener, that's not going to judge you. Make sure it's someone that can understand kind of where you're going through so that they can be listening and hearing and holding space for you. A friend, a family member, a mentor, you know who this person is, who these people are. Reach out to them and do not go through this alone. Engage in comforting activity. Do something you enjoy. Please avoid eating and drinking. We don't want to pay ourselves back or cheer ourselves up with alcohol or food. Not a great habit to have. I'm not a specialist, but in my experience as a dancer, I love to sit and eat chips in front of the television, and I make sure if I'm having a bad day, I do not, because I don't want that to be the habit. The habit is to do exercise, get outside, talk to a friend, reach out, and not go this alone. This is when a hobby comes in handy. If you don't have a hobby, try to find something that you enjoy doing. You don't need to be an expert at this skill or this experience, but make sure it's handy and ready to go when you're having a bad day so you can get your mind off of this stuff and get back into the now with something that you enjoy. Here we go again, practice gratitude. Practicing gratitude kind of helps everything, but it also helps having a bad day. Really write down the things you're grateful for. If you keep a journal or if you have a text, one of those app journals, really take a moment to be grateful. It does help ease the tension, it can release the weight, and can bring us back to the now. And so that we're not catastrophizing the future and exacerbating a really bad day. You'd be surprised how reflecting on past successes can help. Think of what you've done. Think of what your achievements are, even the humble ones. You have proven through your life that you are a beautiful human being who wants the best for yourself and everyone around you. We're going to assume that is the case. And whatever's happening is hopefully momentary, and you will find your way through it. And it's easier if you're in gratitude and reflecting on your past successes. Reflect and reframe. Challenge that negative thought. It was a bad day, and there must be something in there. There was some learning, there was something that happened that you can pull out of there to make sure that you're not going to go spiraling down into that dark space. What did you learn from this? What can you use to grow from this? And when that negative thought pops in there, flip it around. Once again, this is a skill I use in almost all my videos. As I come across small challenges or big challenges, I'm always reframing and saying, what am I learning from this so that I'm not going to be beaten down? I'm going to be stronger, more fortified, and stand taller afterwards, no matter what it is. And this is not easy to do. Sometimes there's just no closure. A bad day is just a bad day, and there's nothing that's going to change that bad day. Own it, accept that, and try to keep it moving. Practice mindfulness, which in this case is focus on the current moment. Be in your body, be in yourself, do the breathing, do the meditation, put on some music. Focus on what is you are right now. Don't be a moment in the past or a moment in the future. Bring yourself back to the present. In the heat of the drama, you might not be able to do this, but the moment you step away and can get away from whatever's happening, get in the now, get in the present moment, try to find space for yourself mindfully. Get some rest and reset. Hopefully whatever's happening is not happening at the very moment. After you get yourself into your body and you find yourself in the present moment, prioritize your well-being. That means sleep, getting enough water, make sure you're eating healthy, taking care of yourself. And my favorite, a little bonus here, consider professional help. When in doubt, call a professional. As I say in many of my videos, do not go through this alone. Find someone who can help you, who is trained to listen, trained to help give you tools to navigate these very difficult situations. As the world spins out of control, we have to find a way to stay on track with our lives. And it's easy for a bad day to take you right off your track. Take a moment, feel it, do what you gotta do to get in the present moment, inspire yourself, and get back in the race. A bad day does not mean a bad life, even though sometimes it feels like it does. So let's go back over these. Acknowledge your feelings, own them, feel them, be with them. Take a break, practice self-compassion, be kind to yourself. Engage in physical activity, even a walk around the block. Connect with someone you trust. Engage in a comforting activity, not including eating or drinking alcohol. Practice gratitude, reflect and reframe. Practice mindfulness, rest and reset. And the bonus, consider professional help. These strategies can help you manage a very bad day, can help you get through just enough to restart again. Life is a series of reflections. If you can reflect without self-judgment, with compassion and love, inspiration in yourself, you rise and you feel good. And the bad days don't feel as bad because you know these bad times will end. And even if they are horrible and life-altering, the silver lining is you will go on, you will grow, and you will be better for it. I know this as I navigate what's happening in my life right now, that this is a tough time, and I will get through. My family will get through, and we'll be better for it. I have to believe that. I have chosen to believe that. I'm going to manifest it as truth. I see it before me as if it is already made manifest, that no matter what happens, we will be okay. Even if the situation that we're going through cannot be resolved, we will be okay. I've declared it. I mean it. I am living it right now before you. And I know you can too. So, didn't say it was going to be easy. I'll see you there.